Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're here at Brazil at Interlagos for round 1 of the Manufacturers Cup. I've chosen to go with Porsche and we're going to get straight into qualifying. This will be my first of 3 videos at Brazil. Did 3 races in total. Going into my best lap here, currently sitting in P2, just over a second behind the leader. But we do have a second behind as well, braking at the 50, downshifting all the way to first, getting that engine braking. The engine braking was actually very useful, it was very strong in the Porsche. Purple sector 1, braking at the path on the right hand side. So a good start to the lap. Making our way up towards turn 5 now. Braking at the 50, down into second briefly. You see some traffic up ahead. Hopefully I don't get caught up too much in that and they don't ruin my lap. Now really catching up to them. Lucky they're all ghosting. I do go a little bit wide as they're all spinning around. Do get out cleanly. It's only a personal best for the middle sector. Taking too much curb for the final real corner. It's going to affect my exit a little bit. But we are going to come across the line for a 1:32.5, which isn't too bad of a lap. It's a bit of an improvement. It's not going to be good enough for pole position, but it is going to be good enough for P2. Just behind the pink Ferrari there. So I did a 1:32.5 and he got into the 31, so the 31.9. So 6/10 the gap. Starting on the soft tyre. This is my first race of the day, so I'm not sure about strategy or anything like that. First thoughts were pitting about lap 9, between lap 9 and 11 off the softs onto the hards, which is the mandatory tyre. See, we've got the Audi there in P3, you've got to watch out for him into turn 1. Tucking up straight away behind the Ferrari. I wasn't sure about the braking zone off the start. See, we both feel a bit wide. That might have been an opportunity to take the lead there from the Ferrari. See the Audi's all over the back of me now. You got much better through turn 1. You look down the inside, tapping the Ferrari a little bit. Getting a little tap from the Audi, but through he goes down the inside of both of us. I'll switch to the outside. Having a look past the Ferrari. Do get past him briefly, but he's going to hold that inside line through the corner. I'll have another look up the inside. But I'm getting dive bombed as well. But I do come out in P2. So I haven't lost a position overall this lap. But I did have an opportunity to get into P1. It's a frustrating missed opportunity, we'll have to make up for it throughout the race. Heading up now to finish lap 1 of 20. Skipping ahead to lap 3, you can see the leader's pulled a bit of a gap. Going a little bit wide out of turn 4. I did that a couple times throughout the race. Half a second penalty. got the car behind, gained a lot of time from me going wide. It's right there, gives a little tap and gets through in the Genesis. I just want to try and stick with him so that this penalty isn't going to affect me too much. Penalty line's at the start of the straight, which is a bit awkward. Going to be losing a lot of time down there. Car behind 2.3 seconds back. Under that braking, he actually gains a lot of time. Must have had a better exit as well. They're right on the back of me now. Genesis goes wide, comes back on, brakes in the middle of the corner, spinning a little bit. I might get turned a bit sideways by the other Porsche. Genesis getting all sorts of wobbly on the exit of turn 3. Car ahead's got a 3-second penalty. I'm going to go wide for the second time in a row. I'll get myself another half-a-second penalty. Still a bit of time to gain up ahead. Hopefully the Porsche doesn't pull away too much so I can still gain time with his 3-second penalty. I've got the next car, it's the Genesis again, on my tail. He goes to the outside here. I try to hold it down the inside but he gets better speed. And into the braking I just get hit from behind. I was sliding, lucky not to be on the grass. Coasting through another couple cars. Gotta save my penalty here as well. I'm getting swarmed. There's cars behind me. Mazda ghosts through. There's another car on the outside I didn't even know he was there. Into the braking. BMW just bumping everyone around. I do stay ahead of the Mazda, so down in P6 now after 6 laps. Not the greatest start. It's turn 4. Getting it within track limits this time. Car ahead with half-a-second penalty, so I want to be able to gain on that turn. Stick with him throughout the lap. Mazda comes down the inside there. I get a little bit wobbly. And let the Mercedes through as well. Just going further and further backwards. And then getting spun here as well. So now down to P9, hoping for a comeback drive with another car who's going to send it down the inside. I do get the switch back on him, but then he decides to come flying through in the McLaren. Don't know what was going on there, using some magic. But now the comeback drive's on, so there's the first position up into P9 past the Mazda. Looking to the inside of the McLaren, who just cuts the corner, ghosts through me luckily. Onto lap 10, you can see the leaders going to the pits. There's a Mazda off to the right there as well. Puts us up into P7. So after 10 laps, the leader going from the soft tyre to the hards. can see my tyres there, still got a lot of life left in them. On the bar down on the left hand side. So P7, we're going to gain another couple positions into P5. P, we're going into the pits. And very wide into turn 1. Trying to chase these next two cars. A bit later in the lap. They are swarming with each other, and I'm going to just get on the power a little bit too early, and I just decide to try and cut the entire corner. I'll get reset. Just getting on the power a little bit too early. Losing quite a bit of time. CP2 comes into the pits now. Skipping onto lap 13. Into P5. Car ahead with a 1 second penalty. I feel like with lots of the cars going onto the hard tyres, and I've still got these soft tyres that are working for me quite well, there's a possible overcut that could work as I pull up alongside the Nissan just to get on the brake pedal. Here's penalty. Now up into P3, it's not, I think everybody else is pitted except me. I'm coming up behind P2 now. We're gaining on him, he's got a penalty as well. So he's on the hard tyres, we're on the soft still. He has to serve that penalty. I go to the outside. I'm just carrying that extra speed through and get ahead. Lap 15 of 20 now. I just want to put in some consistent lap times to try and make this overcut work. Just going to fast forward a couple laps here. Setting in some decent lap times. So we got a personal best there, personal best first sector. So I'm trying to just make this overcut work. This whole time though, P3 has been staying with me. Now I've gained on the leader here as well. I think it was 32 seconds when we started fast forwarding. That's down to 30. On to lap 18, I'm going to come into the pits now. Still with a lot of life left in the tyres. I was braking a lot there, I didn't think I'd be able to make that chicane into the pits. No refueling needed, just getting on the hard tyres. Got a bit of damage at the back there. Good stuff by the Porsche crew. You can see we've only just dropped down to P4 and there's P3 going past now. So could that mean there's a podium in? See there, 2 laps to go and just over 2 seconds in front. My hards are all going to be a lot fresher than his. Not sure what lap he pitted. Moving on to the last lap now. It's just under 2 seconds to the car in front. This overcut has worked very well. I know these softs can last. Chasing him down towards turn 4. Setting a personal best first sector, so you can tell I'm pushing to try and catch up to him. 1.5 seconds now as we head through the slow section of the track through this middle sector. 11.2 seconds now. So gaining on him a lot. Through the entire lap, the leader comes across the line to finish the race. He's got to pull away and stay out of any trouble, unlike I did, getting spun around. Behind P3 now. Gap is within a second, but it's not quite going to be enough to catch up to him and pass him. As we come towards the line now, to finish P4. Pretty decent result for being down in P10 at one point. So learning a lot from the first race. I'll release the next 2 races later on in the week. Stay tuned for the next round as well. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.